come up with a pot. Everybody put $100 in so they can put a down payment on a house.
Yeah,
Even if they have a house,
yeah.
even if they have a house, an investment.
Or something, yeah. Because I
That's
think when you're going through you're getting married, and
they need it. If you love them,
it's the beginning of a new. It's a journey. It's a new journey for them.
Because everything we're telling you right now, people won't tell you that.
Yeah.
We're putting ourselves out because people are everything we're telling you, every couple went through this. They're afraid to say something.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of y'all. I'm not for what? Like, really? But like, I think you guys should do something where, like, something dope, like one of your crew, maybe it could be the groomsmen, maybe it should be the bridesmaids, like, hey, let's do something dope for them. Instead of like having everybody spend all this money, and even the bride and the groom, parents, all of you guys, somebody come up with something and say, wouldn't that be dope if you're about to get married right now and you just send out the invites and you send out another email and say, hey, we're doing something different. Don't buy us gifts. Everybody, could you put $25, $40, $50, $100 into this account that just right from your phone, here's the link.
That's
just it's gonna be called a startup fund.
There you go.
We're gonna start a food truck. We're gonna start a hair salon. Whatever it is.
That's a good idea.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's a really good
Give me
idea.
Right.
Would it be the wedding day or the wedding shower? People have wedding showers.
We didn't even talk about a wedding shower.
I think people give gifts at the wedding shower and the wedding as well too.
Maybe they should skip the wedding shower.
No, I think people want to have the wedding
Maybe
shower.
we should skip the wedding shower because that's another expense. Instead of the wedding shower, put the money into that
some
fund.
Some people who's invited to the wedding shower may not be invited to the wedding.
They can still send money though. They can still send the money. They can still send the money. So if you can't make it to the shower, send the money to the people.
I think it should be a fund for. I think it should be for the wedding.
Because I love my African people. I love Africans and my Indian people, Eastern India. I don't know the terminology, but you know who I'm talking about. The ones who have the weddings with I love Indian weddings. It's like it's extravagant. Mm-hmm. The bride comes in like they carry her on a little bed. It's dope. And something I always see in Indian and African weddings, I love when
they pin the money.
They pin the money.
Oh,
there's like Italians as well. Oh. Like Italians have a money bag where everybody puts some cash. Could we bring that back? Could we do that?
I think
please?
that would be nice too, because the couple is already spending a lot of money.
They look.
For the
I
wedding,
know they look happy and
so
beautiful,
they want
but
the
they need the money.
return and like having.
They need the money. I know they look good, guys, but they need the money. They need the money. Okay. Here's two things I would say as we move forward. Here's two things I would say you need to spend the money on. There's only two things you really need to spend the money on in a wedding: photographer. Because I'm telling you, you're not going to remember. You're not going to remember.
Just that captures the event.
We don't. It's been 11 years. We don't remember the wedding. It's like glimpse of peace because you're so tired. Mm-hmm. You're moving around. You're talking. You're this. Yeah. Oh, it's this time. And then cameraman's getting you here and there. You're not going to remember. Spend money on a good videographer, good photographer. We got Mirtha Productions here in South Florida if you need them. Right?
That's the last thing people worry about.
And that's the problem.
And that's what captures
He said.
The beautiful
if you can't hear what he said that's the last
and the
thing
decoration and everything, like, it's so nice. Like, you want it to be to be captured.
He said it's the last thing. So that means that you guys are spending money on the red bottoms, you're spending money on the dress, you spend money on the bouquet, you spend money on the reception hall, and you go to the cameraman and the videographer last. Listen, that's all you're gonna have.
Yeah.
If you plan on being married till death do us part, you ain't gonna remember that wedding. Yeah. Year number 4, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, we did. It was dope. You're gonna want that precious jewel of a video, pictures. We got a story for that too, but we don't leave that alone. Videos and pictures that's gonna help you remember that whole event.
So we have a couple of questions. Yeah. Right. So I think the question that we had was, one, should your guests pay for their place in the wedding? Like, if you're invited, should you pay? Like if the dinner is $75, like, should you say you're invited to a wedding, but you have to pay for the dinner, like for the place?
That
like,
would make your list go from 300 to 100 quick.
That's
number
one.
That.
Number 2,
I like that.
Is it?
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Would you consider that proper etiquette, wedding etiquette?
See, that's the thing, because I mean, who thought of the idea? Like, can it be a new standard where we're shifting.
Standards. We got to set new standards.
Can you set new standards?
Because,
like, okay, you're invited to this
think
wedding,
about it though,
or pay for your place. Like, do you think that's tacky?
Right.
Like,
They would.
I mean,
Haitian American will be Haitian, be like, oh, wait. Like, really?
Or if you get invited to the wedding and you said yes, you're coming, but you didn't come to the wedding, like, should the bride and the groom send you a bill and said, hey, you said you were coming. Could I send you a bill? So you have to.
Right. Could I send you, sorry, send you a nice, it'll be a nice letter, though. It'll be a nice letter. It's okay to show up. Can you cash at me $75 for the plate? I think that's polite.
Another question I would say I mean, do you think you should be invited to the ceremony? Do you think it's tacky to?
Can I invite you to the church,
to the ceremony, and not the reception?
But not the reception. Oh, Haitians get mad at that.
But I don't think that's tacky. I think it's not. It's beautiful. Like if you're trying to be under budget for your wedding costs and you can't invite everybody to the reception, I think it's okay. Like the ceremony part is beautiful. Like I get invited to the ceremony. I go. I watch you guys. I don't need to be invited to the reception. Like I'm fine with that. I'm
fine. I've been telling people, listen, bro, because I know I've been talking to people like, listen, bro, if your list is getting crazy and you got a lot of family and friends you got to invite, just invite me to. I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, for me, I don't think that's
I'm
tacky.
coming to the ceremony. I'm gonna show you love, and I'm going back home.
Yeah. What do you guys think? I was talking to a group of friends, and one person said, like, for the gift, like, how much do you give as a gift? Like, how much money do you give to the bride and the groom on their wedding day? And they said it should be an average of how much the plate of food costs, like the
That's
dinner.
Complicated.
So if it's like $75,
I never even thought of that.
or $100, and
complex.
you and like let's just say the plate for each plate is $100, and we both get invited. So our gift should be at least $200. No less than $200.
That's confusing. Really?
That's what I heard. What do you guys think about that?
Was it a girl group?
Yes.
See, that's the thing.
But I mean, what do you guys think? I'm okay with that, right? I mean, because if they're spending the $200 for you to come eat, I mean, your gift can be at least $200 or more. What do you guys think about that?
It's good.
Like, how can
It's good, but I would rather that gift be more detailed. Like, put it into a fund. That's my thing.
Okay.
Like, I think it's okay if you can do like if y'all agree to something like that, which is dope. Instead of the $200 being, okay, so I'm going to spend $200 for my bride and groom, and I'm going to go get a $200 gift. Let me just let you guys know this right now. We got so much plates. We got so much spoons and knives.
Yeah, we did.
We had to give it away. We got like 4 or 5
crock pots.
We gave crock pots away.
Yeah, the crock pots.
Listen, they don't need any. Listen, it's crazy. Stop. We had it right. I didn't think of that. See. Look, Myrtle just said I had inventory. I could have started a Amazon. Right. I could have started an Amazon store, this and that. See, we wasn't on it. I'm telling you, we weren't on it.
But I mean, we're having this conversation.
We had so much plates.
Because, just for the people who are on that mindset about creating wealth and about that journey, like, just to take that pressure off.
Take it off, you, trust me.
Some people may look at you like you're crazy, like you're cheap or whatever, but as long as you and your spouse, you guys are connected and you're on one page and you know what the journey is and where you guys trying to go, it shouldn't matter what this person has to say about your wedding, what you did or should have done or shouldn't have done. It doesn't matter because as long as you are one and you know where you're going. Nobody may not know, but then when that end result come and they're just like, oh, that's what they were doing. Like, you shouldn't be embarrassed. Like, it's whatever you and your spouse want to do and what you guys trying to create. And like I said, like, some people probably gonna come for us, go ahead, but we're just speaking to the people that have that mindset. Now that with, this social media and people are talking about crazy. Wealth and, what can we do better? Like what we're saying, we're trying to push our generation to another level. How can we help to push our generation to another level? And I think by talking about wedding preparation is one of those topics because, you can get an ease back of trying to like, hey, I must have this because if I don't have this, this person is going to think this of me. No, like, let's just talk about it. Like, there's a marriage after that. Like, what do we want to do for our marriage? What journey do we have, for our financial wealth, our legacy, what we're building for the marriage? Because the wedding, beautiful as it is one day, but that marriage is going to last a lifetime.
And that's what's dope. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see any more extravagant weddings. And listen, this is no offense. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I'm tired of the extravagant weddings, the extravagant event. It's like a celebrity sort of situation. And then two things happen. Number one, I don't want to see no divorces after that, because we spend too much time working on the wedding and not the marriage.
Building that
Build
marriage.
the marriage.
Yeah, that's
Build
true.
that marriage. You really want to spend some money? Put some money into some marriage counseling.
Yeah.
Premarital counseling beforehand. Sit down that'll help you with the whole prenup situation too. Might make you look at it like, yeah, let me put something in line. Let me put something in place. Cause she my marriage counselor throwing me some pointers. Let me put something in place for this chick. You know, so spend more time on that. And number two, I don't want to see these. And once again, this is hard for us to say because we're still in the community and we're still with people. We're not social media people, you know, necessarily. So we don't live on cameras. We still really rub shoulders and talk to people. So this is no punch at anybody. We're tired of seeing all this extravaganza and all these illustrious expenditures and all these big parties and stuff. And then something happens and there's a GoFundMe. There's no way you spent all that money on looking fly, on doing this big event, and you don't got a life insurance policy in line for your family.
Yeah.
Number two, there's no estate planning. Yeah, that matters too. Meaning, okay, something happened, we know what to do. This goes here. This belongs to this. The kids are gonna be okay.
Yeah.
That matters.
Yeah.
Now.
So that's that's everything that matters
when
you're talking about the marriage part of it, you know, because now you're entering a whole new thresh, you know, when it talks, you know, about the marriage part of it, like, you know, your finances, the life insurance, the estate planning, just family building, like what are the goals that we have for our family? What do we want to do in 5 years? What do we want to do in 10 years? Like, you know, how
these are conversations you have in dating.
Yeah.
Like, it's that deep. It's that like
you want to make sure the person that you're dating, because I know some people be like, they don't want to waste time, and I get it too. So by not wasting time and being in a relationship for 5 years, and you know, you should be more intentional. You should be more intentional about what do you want. Like, if you know this person doesn't have what you want, like this, you already know it. Like, don't waste the time, you know. But if you are dating and you're dating to get married and you want to get married, like these are the conversation that you
have them immediately.
You should have,
somebody.
I don't think it should be a conversation that you shy away, because if you shy away from it now, like it's gonna sneak up on you. It's gonna sneak right up on you.
Know your person. Know your person.
Yeah.
Know your person. Know what this person is capable of and not capable of. Know your person. It's important. A lot of people ask me like, yo, D, if I'm meeting somebody, when do I tell her or tell him that I want to get married? Like, I'm very like controversial with this, because I say when you meet somebody, let them know I want to get married.
I'm dating for.
I am dating for marriage right now. That'll weed them all out. That's easy. Immediately weed them all out. I'm not here for that. I just thought you was you look good. I'm sorry. That'll weed them out. And then from there, just have, like, we had conversations early, and it hasn't been easy for us. So I could imagine how harder it is for those who beat around the bush.
Yeah.
Right? Who don't say nothing.
I don't think it's a topic that should be.
Yeah, it should be immediate. Like, like, yo, so finance, what are we going to do this? We're going to do that?
Yeah.
Where do we plan on going? And figure it out from there.
Well, what about the mindsets of people who want to do it now? Like, I don't want to wait till I'm old to have a wedding or travel, you know, because when I'm older, I'm going to stay in a hotel room in Mexico the whole time versus traveling because I'm tired and I don't want to be out. Like, they want to do it. Or a person, I got sickle cell, or I got heart problems in my family. Yeah, you know, I'm young now. I want to spend the money now. I got my lifetime to build with my husband and get the house and get the car. We can do that later, but let's enjoy each other and our loved one now.
I think that's beautiful. I think it's beautiful because if you have a couple that has made a decision together that this is what we're going to do, I'm down for it.
What, to have everything?
Listen, if you have a couple that's like, we just want to have a good time.
No, he said the people who want it now, as far as like the couple that want that big wedding now, like they don't want to wait for the later.
They can have it. They can have it. They can have the big wedding now. You can spend all the money now. It's okay. My thing is just have a backup. Just have a tomorrow. Yeah. When we get back, that's it. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, that's because some people would say, okay, well, I have this illness now, but just because you have this illness now, okay, you can pass away tomorrow, the next day, but what if you still have life to live? Like, you know, what if God has blessed you and you're living 10 years from now, you know? So
So what's the prenup plan for marriage or life, should I say?
What do you mean prenup plan for life?
Just like how you say, put a prenup in the marriage.
Yeah.
Just in case you get.
Okay. Just in case if you get divorced.
So for the marriage and the financial literacy part of somebody who want to do it now versus someone who do it later. So what's the plan? All right, do this and then go and then do your plan to still be safe in a sense.
Oh, like put a prenup together?
Not. Well, I don't literally mean prenup. It's just an analogy, but like, cause you just like how you said, have a backup plan if you have that wedding. So if you want to do this decision, what's the plan? What should you put in place if you want to take red pill or blue pill? So what are the financial literacy plans for the red pill and the blue pill, if that makes sense, or easier?
Okay, so if someone is wanting that big wedding now, wanting everything now, and they say later on we'll build on it. We'll build.
So what would be the I guess the move to still be financial free or not in debt if I want it now?
Okay, if you want it now, I think you still can have that beautiful wedding that you want now, but you just gonna have to cut that guest list. I think that's a must. Like people, we're not saying like don't.
There's
have
ways
any
around
wedding.
it.
There's ways
ways
around
it.
of
There's
having
ways.
like beautiful weddings.
Yeah.
But when that guest list gets to like 300, that's where the expense starts. Because
Right.
for each chair, that you have to pay, for each decoration,
Them
for each
Shivari
plate,
chairs.
and it's not Shivari anymore. It's a
Oh, it's
different
not.
type of chair. I
See,
don't know what
I'm-
it is.
see, I'm not even in the thing.
10 years ago, that was the
I'm not
thing,
even
but
in it
10
no.
years now.
I'm not even. I don't even know the stuff anymore.
What if that's a part of their big wedding to have the people's there?
Right.
For me, like I said, to each his own. If you guys have it, you want to spend all your money and you want to spend it on the big wedding, you want it now. By all means, just go ahead and do it. But just know there's consequences afterwards.
Huge consequences.
Yeah, there's consequences afterwards. Like if you're okay with going back and staying in an apartment and you're okay with that, then that's fine. It's fine with you, fine with me. But for us, we're just saying, like, for the people who have that mindset of trying to build, the wealth, like, you still can have your beautiful wedding. You can chop up the guest list, and what you're going to pay for 300, you're paying for 150, and an amount that you're going to spend for the 300 people, like that other half, can be used for another fund, like investment, business, a home, or something else. Put it somewhere else.
That's gonna grow.
So, like, in all intentions, like, if you because a lot of people they work really hard to save for their wedding.
A lot of people work hard.
Like every check, and they just save for their wedding.
It's tough.
When you look at like you've saved up like $40,000 on the wedding or $50,000 on the wedding. Like, don't spend the $50,000 on the wedding. Like, at least cut it in half or something. Cut it in half. Be like, okay, we saved all this money for the wedding. We're gonna half of this is gonna be built into our marriage. What we want to do for our marriage. For to build our marriage, wealth and everything else, and then the other half can go for a wedding. Yeah. So if $30,000, if you save up $50,000, like what we're saying is like cut it in half and spend $25,000 on a wedding, not the whole $50,000 on a wedding. Some people may be in different time zone. Like like if you're, let's just say if you saved up $10,000 for the wedding or $15,000.
Yeah.
Again, split it in half. Don't use the whole thing on the wedding. Like, be creative. People have weddings.
There's creative ways.
Yeah, people have weddings on a weekday.
On a weekday now. You don't got to do it on the weekends. That cuts down half of the cost. People have destination weddings. Do a destination for those of you who your mom's in your ear right now. Like, we got to invite sister such and listen. Do a destination wedding. Do it in Croatia. I don't even know what that's at. Do it in Croatia and that's a third of the list. Like 5 people gonna show up.
So it's like we said, everybody. What you're building with you and your future spouse, like that's a conversation between you. We're just giving our opinion and our take on it. Being that we've been married for over 10 years now, 11 going on 12. So grace. We just wanted to give our opinion of it. So my take is like I know with us women, like we want our beautiful wedding, and I am for it.
And you should have it
because that's what you dreamed of it. Like you dreamed of the fairy tale. When you think of Cinderella, you think of, I want to be Cinderella on my wedding day. That's what you think about when the wedding. So by all means, have that beautiful wedding. But we're saying that you don't have to go in debt to have that wedding.
Yeah, just know there's a life after that
There's life after it. and you know you're working overtime, you're spending all this money to save for that wedding, just look at what you're spending and look at the money that you're spending on the wedding and say, hey, like, oh my gosh, I've done saved up all this money for my wedding, like I'm not going to use all of this for my wedding, like let me just cut it in half and you know we can use it for something else. So I don't know if that answers your question, Mito, but I went on a rant.
And the second thing after, like, the only thing I think you really should be spending on, once again, is get a photographer, get a videographer. That is important to get that. The second thing that you should spend your money on, if you really want to splurge some money, is the honeymoon. The honeymoon. All of my money went to the honeymoon.
Yeah.
Most of my money went to the honeymoon.
You know, there's something that was on social media that said, do you want the big wedding, the honeymoon, or the house? They gave you 3 options. And you can only pick one. People were like, I want all.
Pick one?
Yeah, people were like, I want all 3. But you can only pick one. Okay, do you want the honeymoon, like a nice honeymoon? Do you want the house, or do you want the big wedding?
Knowing what I know now, I would say the house, because had we hopped in a house early, that would have been an investment property automatically right now. That would have been already in motion. So I say the house, because the house can actually fund all the trips and all that other stuff. So I say house.
True, yeah.
So I say house.
Yeah.
But for many, I would say spend the money on a honeymoon, because the honeymoon was lit.
The honeymoon was really nice.
We had a great time.
We went to Jamaica.
We did. I got really, really lucky because I called a travel agency. I didn't know what to do. I called a travel agency. I don't even know if they still have them like that anymore. And this lady, very nice lady, was like, okay, she knew I was confused. She was like, okay, every month, give me this amount of money. And I'll put it into, I was like, okay, whatever. And she pretty much, like, she helped me save the whole thing. It came up to like maybe 3. Oh, okay, all right. It was up there. It was up there. I spent a lot on the honeymoon, and I didn't know how. And that's what, like, that's a great concept that I should have took with me too, because she told me, give me this amount, and she stacked it up for me, and then she set the whole thing up. She took our names, and it was amazing. We went to Sandals, Ocho Rios.
Yeah, Jamaica.
It was so dope.
So so that's another question too. So
dope.
Like, you have the big wedding. Okay, do you spend a lot of money on the honeymoon too?
Spend some cash on honeymoon. That's an experience that you'll never. I mean, let me tell you. It's a great
honeymoon
experience
too?
Because you know why I say that? Because the wedding, to be honest with y'all, the wedding is not really for you. It's not really for you. Did you plan? Did you get the dress? Did you get the clothes? It's not really for you. The wedding is really something you put on display for your family and friends. I'm just being honest. What's really for you is the part where you and the wifey are out having a good time, having a really good time. Right at the honeymoon and all. That's what matters to me. That's what matters. Everything else was for everybody else. We could have got married at a chapel, right? Yeah. Still married, right? It's still a legal document. Yeah. A friend could have married us, right? So the wedding's really just for you, just putting your love life on display, which is amazing, and you get to let people enjoy that with you. It's great, but if you really want to spend some cash, put it towards the honeymoon. Get the photographer, get the videographer. That's it. That's where it should be at.
Yeah. And we forgot to talk about one thing as well too, like prior to the wedding, marriage counseling. I think marriage counseling should be really good.
Premarital counseling.
Yeah.
I would say do this. This is what we did.
Yeah.
Because I had to get real savvy with marriage, because I knew marriage was a very important thing, because I've seen it done wrong and right so many times in my life as a young person. So I wanted to step into this a little bit more responsible. So what I did is we did marriage counseling with a church. John and Jane. Yeah. What was their last name?
I forgot.
It was this old couple. It was an amazing. Our marriage counselors were such amazing people. They were in their 60s. They had to be. It was an older
that was like
couple.
10, 12 years ago?
Yeah, it was an older couple in their 60s. They had a marriage counseling at a church way up in Palm Beach, and we sat down with them, and it was so intense that they would tell you, day number one, our marriage counseling is so intense that there are couples that come to this marriage counseling and they're so in love, and by the time they're done, by the third week, they end up breaking it up and realize maybe we're not good for each other. We said that's where we need to be. They gave us books. I mean, it was just an amazing thing. Yeah. So I highly recommend getting marriage counseling, because it'll give. But sit down with some people who've been through something. Like me, I was given certain people to counsel with, but I was like, I don't know. Like, we believe in following, listening to, and seeking counsel from people who have what we want. They were in their 60s, still married. They look like they've been through a lot, and they were honest. So we sat with them. But here's another thing that we did. I highly recommend. Find couples in your community,
right,
in your church, at your job that you respect, and sit down with them. This is from the newlywed. This is from the couple who just got married. Sit down with them and see how it is. Find a couple that have been married for 10 years. Sit down with them, see how it is.
Yeah.
Find a couple married 20 years.
Sit, yeah.
Go to their house, have dinner. And we open up our home to people as well. Like, come sit down with us and let's talk. I'm gonna tell you everything and see how it is. Sit down with those who have kids. We saw the good, we saw the bad.
Right.
It gave us perspective.
That's more about being intentional about, hey, what do we want for our marriage?
We spent the whole engagement year of just sitting down with people and saying, wow, this, and just learning.
Yeah.
Right?
And I like learning from
and no marriage is perfect. No marriage. All of them are different. They all have different dynamics, but find those things that
you want to take, right? Because when you,
I like what they did.
Because I remember when we got married, what Dario said, I was just like, okay, what your parents did, and he was like, what my parents did, like that's what they did. Yeah, he was like, we're coming together, and we have to build our marriage.
We were like,
he always said
we were like, this is not Miriam and Patrick's house. This is not Bernadette and Tortill's house.
Yeah.
We were like, even though there were good things that they did, we were like, we're starting anew. We were not bringing. I was not bringing my parents home into my house and her parents home into her house. We start something different.
Good thing,
because
everybody's marriage is different.
Different
what
situations.
Works for one couple may not work for the other. So just be open minded. Just listen, and you can just grab what you can grab to make the marriage that you want for you and your spouse. So I mean, that's just our honest opinion about everything when it comes to wedding preparation, marriage,
just guys, like work on the marriage, work on the marriage. And every time you feel the marriage is not going good, take some time out. I would say, like, to be completely honest with you, there's a lot of investments and things people do when it comes to wealth and all this. My personal thing, from what I'm learning now at year 11 and at my age, I'm realizing that life is about experiences. If there's anything that you can put your money into, yes, you can upgrade the house. Yes, you can get better cars. Yes, you can invest in this. Yes, you can put money in that. Yes, crypto. Yes, this. Yes, that. All those things are good. But if there's anything that you guys can spend money on, is more vacations together.
Yeah, I think
take time out for each other, especially if you have kids. Because when I'm realizing that life is very, very short.
Yeah.
It's short.
So true.
And the best thing you can do is to make sure that you and your wife are on the same page.
Right.
That's the greatest thing you can do. This is like, this woman is not just here because y'all, like, just don't do life together. Like, really do some dope stuff together.
Yeah.
I'm talking about have business meetings together, right? Yeah. Have a lot of sex. I said it. Have a lot of it. Have a lot of sex. Make sure you guys are intentional about that. Fellas, come up with very creative scenarios and everything, and we can get into that. By the way, www.purposeelite.com. This is the men's movement that we have down here in South Florida. It's a men's movement. We're just starting out. It's a dope group of fellas that we got so far, and we talk about these things.
Yeah, which is very important.
It's important
because sometimes, us women, we don't think that our men, may go through something, or think we're just expecting that our men is supposed to be strong 24/7 all the time, and we're the only ones that can be weak sometimes. But our men need an outlet.
Beat up. Men are being beat up. I posted something,
and they need an outlet as well too, to speak with other men to see, hey, are we going through the same thing? Because sometimes some men don't want to share because they're thinking that they're by themselves, but no, like you're not. So like I think it's a good group of men that can freely talk and be very honest, because what we learn is like, just like with testimonies, like somebody's testimony can help somebody else. So it's like not to be closed off, just be like, okay, I don't want to share it. Like, you're not sharing it for you. You went through it to share it with the world, or share it with somebody else, so you can help them. It's not all about you.
It's not.
It's about who you can help with what you went through with your testimony.
It's not. And a lot of times, like, fellas are just quiet, because a lot of these things we just spoke about, a lot of it starts with the men. It starts with the men. It starts with you, So once again, spend more time on the marriage, building the marriage. Even if you're not married yet, spend more time, like, get to know her. Get to know her more. Get to know him more. Start to feel each other. Start to see how he or she acts in bad situations when somebody steps on her toes. See what type of anger comes out. All these things. Listen, no one's perfect, but try to see how you guys can build it. Work on the marriage. We're gonna get marriage counselors on marriage therapists on the show soon.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some health and wellness heads on it,
which is important.
I got a dope person. I don't want to say the name yet, but I got some dope people that's gonna be coming on the show to bless you guys. I've got the dopest marriage counselors out there. They know who they are if they're watching this. I got the dope health and wellness, someone that helps deal with trauma. Ooh, I learned so much. I learned so much, and all this has a lot to do with how successful, how far you go in life.
Yeah.
You know, so thank you guys for all this episode.
Yes.
I'm learning something about this podcast though. I think we just need to sit down and just talk and just have conversation, right?
Right.
Have more conversation because there's a lot we have to share, as you can tell.
Yes, we did, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. You know, it's in line with our theme of the podcast, which is family, wealth, and legacy podcast. You know, just having that mindset, like we are big on family and legacy. Like we are so big on
Do you know
that
why we're big on family legacy?
Because family is so important.
It's important, and guess what? If you don't think it's important, because I get a lot of pushback. I didn't want to go there, but I get some pushback. Like, listen, the people who control this world, they're big on families. You're controlled by families. I don't want to go controversial, but the people who own the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, it goes on and on and on. They're very intentional about family. You see the things we're talking about, they talk about that too. So if you really want to be utterly, like I'm talking about crazy successful, if you really want to make a dent in this world, you might want to take family building very seriously because the ones who control this world take it very seriously.
Yeah.
Very seriously.
I so agree about family building and building it. Like you just want to be all about family and building that wealth and, you know, leaving that legacy for your kids.
Yeah.
You know, just be intentional about it.
Intentional.
That's what I want to say. Like just be intentional about it. And a lot of people, when they hear the word wealth, we're not talking about.
We're not talking about multi-millions. We're not
multi-millionaire,
talking about Bugattis.
Like, yes,
wealth has different. It's different.
Yes.
I post something on my TikTok. I was like, I did a research because everybody was like, I want to be multi-millionaire. I'm like, do you know if you make $200,000, you are officially a part of the 10 percentile? If you make $300,000, you're a 1%er. It's not a lot of money. Yes, it's not a lot of money. I thought
really? I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
I thought you had to be like up there. If you make
like 500, like
if you make 5 million,
200,000?
5 million is considered 5 million. If you make 5 million a year, it's considered like ultra wealthy.
Wait, how much a year?
5 to 10 million a year. You're considered ultra wealthy. You make $500,000 a year. You're like top 1 percentile. The 1%, I believe, starts at I think 5 to 1.
This is after taxes.
This is after. I don't know how they did it.
No, it
but
you after taxes.
I would say after taxes.
I don't believe the 200,000.
Oh no!
Right
Oh no! Oh no!
Rico, do you believe that?
Yeah, 250 is 10 percentile. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if the vice president made 275, is the vice president paying for the home that she's currently living in? Because she's the vice president. Is it rent free or like she's living there for free?
But the thing is, if you do the research, you'll see that what's considered wealth is not what we think. Like right now, if any one of us brings in 450,000, you're wealthy. Like you're wealthy. Your life is totally different. Yeah. So you don't have to be a millionaire, okay? And you can also be a blue collar worker and be wealthy. You can be a blue collar. It's all how you manage your investments. You could be worth $1 million based on your life insurance policy too, right?
Yeah.
You could be wealthy for that. So,
it's
so once again, guys, get the prenup signed. Don't listen to her.
Oh my goodness.
Get the prenup signed. Get the cubic zirconium. That's my message to the world. Get the cubic zirconium ring. Forget all that. And number 3, have the wedding in your backyard. Have it in your backyard.
My take
That's
is
my message
the person
for
that you are marrying, you guys have these discussion prior to, you know, him getting on one knee and proposing, okay?
Right.
Like just have all those discussion and it will save you some conversation down the line.
And shout out to Gucci and his wife because one thing I'll say, he did mess up the culture when it comes to that, but I will give them kudos because his wife While he was in jail, his wife multiplied his wealth.
Oh yeah,
shout out to
she
them.
said that.
By the way, let me finish with that as well. So we found out that Gucci's wedding all were sponsored. The dress was sponsored. The bouquet was sponsored. They didn't pay for the wedding. So stop following celebrities. By the way, they got a deal. There was a bid between BT and VH1. VH1 outbid.
BT outbid
BT outbid VH1, which means that whole wedding they were getting paid for it. So listen, stop following celebrities.
Nah, but
it was smart on them, but
if you
not
guys,
for you.
You guys are out here and you're TikTok lovers and you are going viral. Try that too. How about you trying to go into different wedding spots and
we're going overtime
and say, hey,
we're going overtime.
Sponsor my wedding.
But when we were getting see the thing about it is when we were getting married 2011, a lot of this hot stuff wasn't a thing really. Weddings became this extravagant thing. I'll say 2016, 17, where it was like I think so because I was watching the whole thing happen.
It's a different. I mean, weddings have always been.
It became boom. I think,
thing.
like I said, Africans and Indians, y'all always held that down wonderfully. But everybody else, I saw like an uptick to like everybody was like boom, boom. It was getting higher. I'm like, whoa, what do these people do for a living? What are these people doing for a living? It was getting crazy and crazy and crazy. But I did see sponsorship wedding. I think I brought it up to you. Oh, I got you now. I brought it up to you for a sponsorship. Remember, I was like, you can have brands sponsor your wedding.
When?
You don't remember? See, she don't remember now. She don't remember because I was looking into that. But yeah, be creative.
That's a great idea.
Be creative.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So
I'll rock this dress and then
I rock this dress by Macy's or whatever. Right.
Just pay for it.
Yeah. So guys, this is our episode.
Hope you guys enjoyed this.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
We'll come back.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. So if you haven't liked and subscribed, do it now.
Yes.
Like and subscribe. And get on the comment page. Like we want to hear what you have to say.
Argue back. Give feedback. Educate. We're not the experts here. We're just the mouthpieces.
It's just our opinion, our experience.
We're just talking here. Trust me. So see you next time.
Yeah. Bye.